So now we're going to start doing some activities. Now I know some of you might think that activities aren't your bag, but also we've got new groups coming together nowadays. We've got different markets that are looking, and also who's to say who's too old for an activity? And we'll hear a bit about that in a minute. So we thought we'd pull some activity operators together. You know, Southern Wales is brilliant for walking, brilliant for cycling, sort of road cycling. We've even got a velodrome, but also mountain biking, things like Bike Park Wales. And there's a new one not so terrifying at Dare Valley just opening called Gravity. So we've got lots of those sort of things. But here's a couple of operators and some new things that you might not have thought of. So we're going to start off with Eleanor from Zip World and our much awaited adventure facility. Again, another thing got caught in the lockdown, but over to Eleanor to take us through Zip World, which you did see a taster of in the film.
Hello everyone, thank you so much, Kim. I'm just going to share my screen with everyone now. Hopefully it works. Can everybody see that?
Yeah, brilliant.
Perfect. So yes, so thank you so much for that, Kim. I'm Eleanor Watkins. I'm the marketing coordinator here at Zip World Tower in Regos. As some of you may or may not know, the tower site is rich in history. It actually used to be an old colliery. And what we've tried to do is we've tried to draw from the history of the site to inspire the Zip World Tower site here. So we've kept many of the original buildings in place. So it really is a great place just to visit if you want to kind of experience what it used to look like and to just see some of the original buildings we have on site here. Zip World really is catered to the group bookings. All of our adventures on site are available to book in groups. Our main one that we have here at the moment is our Phoenix zip line. It has 4 parallel lines, so you can go down with your friends or your family. 2 zip lines in 2 separate zip zones as well, so you get to experience 2 different sensations on 2 completely different zip lines. And the groups at the moment are available for up to 24 people per session as well. Depending on your weight and sometimes how strong the wind is behind you, you can actually reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. So this Phoenix really is for the thrill seekers and those that are looking for a real adrenaline rush. It's available for 7 years and up. So I'm telling you now, some of the young ones are the bravest ones I've seen on it. However, that's not to say it's not for older people as well. We've actually had someone that was 94 go on it the other day as well. So it really is for everyone. But if you are coming with younger children, we do have Big Red on site as well, which is our zip line for our mini thrill seekers out there. And we've also got our tower coaster opening soon as well. It's the first of its kind in Europe, the second of its kind in the world, and it is the longest one in the world as well. Again, you can ride on this. We offer shared carts, so you can ride on it with a family member, a friend, and because there's more than one cart on the track at a time, you can actually experience it with people from your group. There's also some great spots to spectate all of our adventures on site as well, which brings me on to Kegging Glaw. So if you do have a group that comes along and not everybody wants to go on an adventure or an activity, Kegging Glaw is the perfect place. It's our on-site bar and bistro that offers teas, coffees, hot food, cold food, and it's got some absolutely stunning views that look out across the valleys, and you can see the mountain range in the background. And it also offers outdoor and indoor seating to view the zip line as well. Not only that, it has got an upstairs mezzanine that is available to hire for private functions such as parties, corporate events, or if you've just got a large group that wants a private area to base themselves whilst they're visiting for the day. Kegging Glaw is open to everyone in the public, so even if you just want to pop by for a coffee, we welcome all, not just people that are booked onto one of our adventures. Also a great spot for spotting wildlife. We've seen some red kites and buzzards as well, and we've apparently got some nesting barn owls on site. Just a little bit there. So what I've got here now is just a quick video of our main activity that we have on site. So this will just kind of give you a feel for the experience of Phoenix zip line. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out there. So I'm just going to play it for you now. The music is a little bit loud, so I do apologise if it blasts through.
You need to put share sound on.
Pardon, sorry?
Share sound.
There's no sound?
No, if you go to share sound, where your share button is, there's other options. There's 3 little dots.
Oh, yes.
Go down there, you've got share sound or sound share.
Oh no, it's only some jazzy music.
Okay.
So if you, there's no speaking.
Again, sorry then, sorry.
Sorry. There you go. So that just gives you a kind of feel for what our Zipline Phoenix offers. We do offer group discounts as well if you are booking large groups on. So feel free to contact me if you did have any questions at all. But yeah, that's kind of hopefully us in a nutshell.
That's brilliant. Thank you ever so much.
No worries at all.
There's a long statement here. What's it? Kind of something in chat here. So we missed.
There you go. Hopefully I've stopped sharing my screen now as well, Kim. Is that right?
Yes, that's perfect.
Perfect. So I struggled with that last time.
All the things that he's tried with groups, and that I'm sure that Zip World will be next on his itinerary.
Great.
So next we're going to go to Tom Partridge at UWC Atlantic Experience down at St Donat's, a fantastic, beautiful part of Wales. So over to you, Tom.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can people hear me okay?
Yes, that's great.
Excellent. So I'm here to represent UWC Atlantic Experience. We're based at the wonderful St Donat's Castle, a 12th century castle, with our grounds here as part of the UWC Atlantic College. And we provide a whole host of things. So we thought it would be really useful to start off just by showing you exactly where we are, because we are tucked away in the Vale of Glamorgan, but actually closer than you think. So only a couple of miles from Cowbridge, down the road from Barry, and only about 40 minutes from Cardiff or 20 minutes from the M4 at junction 35. We're easily accessible via coach and have coach parking on site, and actually have been welcoming groups for castle tours and historic tours for a number of time. But we're here to talk about activities as well. So if I just scroll down, we actually have a number of adventurous activities available on our site, from climbing wall to use of our woods for bushcraft activities. We have archery, and we have access to 2 swimming pools where we can provide a whole range of pool-based activities as well as kayaking. We also have direct access onto the beach via a slipway here at St Donat's Bay, as well as intersecting the Round Wales coast path. So we're actually right on that coastal path, about 25 minutes to half an hour to the west of Llantwit Major, and only about 20 minutes east of Nash Point Lighthouse. So we're really well connected for coastal walks, geology trails, and other things that are sort of directly linked to the adventurous experiences. In addition to that, as I mentioned, we are based in a 12th century castle, so we're able to offer some fairly fine dining experiences in our hippie Hogwarts style dining hall that you can see in the picture there, as well as a number of other feature rooms that we hire out for groups. And the castle is a treasure trove in itself as an attraction. But also very locally, we're able to access the coastline, as I mentioned, from our slipway for sea kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, and other water sports activities such as coast steering, which you can see in the picture there. Those are tidal sort of activities, and we do try and offer a range of backup alternatives if the date that you arrive doesn't work with the tides. As you know, this part of the world has very high tidal ranges, so we do our best to accommodate with a whole host of different activities as well. And that's it from me, Kim. I'm obviously I am able to stick around to answer questions. So that's all sorted now. So thank you very much.
Brilliant. Yeah, St. Donat's is a real hidden gem there, isn't it, I think? And that coastline is so stunning. And I envy the young people that go there and join in with the activities with you, I must admit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tom. Any questions, just pop them in. You know, really, it's a place that can do almost anything you want, isn't it, Tom? You know, you're happy to work with people to create what they want for their group. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we're quite bespoke in the sense that we don't really have anything off the shelf. We can cater for all sorts, you know, certainly age range and ability range. We've got a very specialist outdoor learning department that can provide a whole range of activities, really, to, you know, mild to wild and a whole mix of everything in between. So yeah, we're more than happy to.
Catherine's just asked about sea kayaking.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the kayaking that we do offer from the slipway. We tend to go out and sit on tops just because we find that most people are able to handle those a little bit easier. But our kayaking would be on the sea in certain circumstances where, you know, the conditions are not right. We might have to default to somewhere like Cosmoston Lakes, which is about half an hour drive away, or we use our swimming pools to introduce people to build up skills before taking them out on the sea. So Catherine, get your group to St. Donat's. So now we're going to go inland. We're going to go join Kevin Burt from Llandegfedd. Or to me, it's Llandegfedd Lake Reservoir. To everybody else now, it's Llandegfedd Lake. So I grew up going sailing on Llandegfedd. So Kevin, are you there?
I am here, Kim. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
And I'm just trying to look at my share screen at the moment and make sure that we'll get sound on. Can you see it?
Or I'm seeing me, so I don't think you're sharing screen.
Okay. There it is. Is that better?
That's better, yes. It was frightening.
That sounds a lot better. Press the right button. Brilliant. Thank you, Kim. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin Burt, and I'm fortunate enough to be the Visitor Attraction Manager here at Llandegfedd Lake, or if you prefer, Llandegfedd Reservoir. Kim, we really don't mind. It is a reservoir, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And we're representing Welsh Water Adventures, which is the visitor attractions that Welsh Water has all over Wales. We have 4 currently and a 5th coming shortly, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But we have Llyn in the north of Wales. We have Llyn recently reopened in West Wales in Pembrokeshire. The beautiful Ellen Valley Lakes in the middle. But I'm here to talk about Llandegfedd, which is down here in the southeast and is our flagship attraction in southern Wales. And there it is, an absolutely amazing site. If anybody doesn't know anything about Llandegfedd, it's in the foothills of Monmouthshire, near the town of Usk, but actually also very, very close to the towns of Pontypool and Cwmbran, and literally only 20 minutes from the city of Cardiff, and about 10 minutes from the M4 junction 26 and the city of Newport. This is actually the main water supply for the city of Cardiff, and was built in 1963 to supply water to Cardiff, and it is one of Welsh Water's most important reservoirs. But it is also now a flagship visitor attraction. It's an incredibly beautiful spot. It is a site of special scientific interest, and one of the things it's most important for is overwintering birds. And you can see our occasional visiting osprey there, claiming some of our regularly stocked fish in the lake, but all kinds of red kite buzzards and 240 different species of overwintering birds. So if you are a nature lover, this is the spot to come for walks and adventures and some bird watching. Aside from that, we have 2 brand new buildings, our visitor centre and our water sports building, built in 2015 and now attracting nearly 300,000 visitors. The water sports centre is a centre for sailing, for sailability for those less able-bodied, for sailing championships, and work quite closely with the sailing club here. And we also hold different events, including angling and pike fishing. And as I mentioned earlier, the walks around the lake include the full circular lake around this massive 434-acre lake will take you 10 kilometres or 6.5 miles. Award-winning buildings, dementia-friendly, dog-friendly, and recently hosted the Great British Open Water Swimming Championships. Our big catch at Llandegfedd is water sports. We're big on water sports and for all activities, all age groups, and that's kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding, which is incredibly popular at the moment, sailing, and some others, which I'll show you shortly in our video. But this is really one of our USPs. And then what we've also done this year is opened up Welsh Water's reservoirs to open water swimming. And this is something really quite new because Welsh Water obviously has a huge safety campaign not to swim in reservoirs, but under our closely managed, controlled and incredibly safe run sessions, this is the pilot site for all of Wales, and we hope to open it up at Llwybrau and Llyn in the north in the coming months. But already hundreds of people have become open water swim members here at Llandegfedd, running for clubs, triathlons, and those who just want to try it out. Fantastic new healthy activity. To give you a flavour of what we do at Llandegfedd, I'm going to see whether this does share with sound or not, but possibly not, but just give you a flavour of what it's like out on the water in the lake in this video. There you go, thank you. That gives you a flavour of what it's like out on the water, but if you're not that energetic and your group is much more interested in something more sedate, we have a beautiful lakeside cafe overlooking the lakes with stunning views, and that's available 363 days of the year, hosting up to 150 covers in there, afternoon teas, breakfast, beautiful, beautiful menu of lunches. It really is a high-end dining at reasonable prices. So that's all there for groups as well. And when we're talking about groups, we have a hugely experienced team looking after people doing school activities, group activities. We've recently introduced a range of activities that you can do on the dry land as well if you don't want to get your feet wet, laser clay shooting, team building activities, a new archery range and a new knife and axe throwing range. So we can cater for a whole range of different activities that people want. We also have, I'm sitting in it actually at the moment, overlooking the water with a beautiful wraparound balcony, a really nice water sports building room that is available to hire for private functions and events as well. And I did tease earlier just by saying that there is another attraction coming to southern Wales. We literally got planning permission last week for the redevelopment of Lisvane and Llyn reservoirs in the heart of Cardiff. And work will begin, we hope, later this year on reopening those sites that Welsh Water essentially saved from destruction in the next 2 years. We're planning for sort of mid-2023. And there will be a brand new visitor centre going in there to replicate a lot of what we're doing here at Llandegfedd and bring more water sports and group activities to that site. So I've whistled through what we do. That's my details. Thank you for listening. And any questions, I'm happy to answer in the chat. Thank you. And I hope, Kim?
Yes, you have unshared.
I have unshared. Brilliant.
Thank you. It's changed so much there, hasn't it, over the last 10 years?
I keep being told that, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It used to be the place that had water that you couldn't go to because it was only allowed down to the water if you were sailing. And now there's so many more things that you can do there. It's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's all about public access for us now. So, you know, that's why we're keen to get people here.
Exactly. And there's so much nature there as well. You know, nature's been that recurring theme through lots of our presentations. That, you know, we're so lucky to live in such a nature-rich location. Thank you ever so much. Any questions, pop them in the box. So now for the last presentation, which I'm doing again. Sorry, you must be fed up of my voice, but I'm quickly going to. So this is a company called Treads and Trails. That we were mentioning earlier on about how great it is for walking and cycling. Well, this is a company that can take your group into our hills and our mountains, either by foot or bike, and would tailor a tour individually for you and for your group. So Hugh, unfortunately, is or fortunately, I should say, sorry. Why, right, new share. I'm going to just take you to, I hope. No, not this one. So this is a talk from Steve, who was disappointed that he couldn't be here.
Hello, I'm Hugh, the owner of Treads and Trails Limited. So firstly, apologies for not being able to join you live. However, I've already had a pre-arranged guided mountain bike ride for a group in the Black Mountains. So Treads and Trails, we're based in Abergavenny, which is the gateway to South and Mid Wales. We've been providing guided mountain biking and hiking adventures and mountain leaders for events in Monmouthshire, the Welsh Valleys, the Black Mountains and the Brecon Beacons since 2009. So we cater for all ability levels, individuals, hen and stag parties, charity events, corporate and school groups. So for example, some of our larger group bookings have been for 50 plus French students on a mini day's hike. Day's hike including outdoor catering, which we've provided for 140 executives for an international pharmaceutical company. Mountain leader safety cover and checkpoints for charity events for 100 plus participants. Various mountain biking and hiking trips for corporate groups. Meeting a group off a cruise ship in Cardiff and providing a day's trek in the mountains before returning them to the ship later that day. We've also run feed stations for cycle events for more than 400 riders, and we've done route planning and technical advice for rat race events, outdoor challenges. So all of our guides are fully qualified and experienced, and generally they live locally within the area, so they know very well the mountains and the routes that have to be used. So we're members of the South Wales Outdoor Activity Providers Group, and myself, I'm a Brecon Beacons National Park Ambassador, which means I'm able to provide additional information to our guests and our clients whilst we're out in the mountains. So for our company, Treads and Trails, every year we donate 1% of our annual sales turnover, which goes to support local voluntary organisations such as air ambulance, mountain rescue, that type of thing. And those are types of organisations that protect and enrich the environment with which we live, and obviously with which we work in as well. So if you type Treads and Trails into any search engine, you'll see that we have excellent reviews. In addition, there's also reviews on our website and our Facebook page. So if you have any group activities which you think might fit into our scope, then please feel free to contact us with your ideas, and we aim to respond quickly and honestly. So there's various photos and videos from a selection of our trips on our social media pages, which can all be accessed from our website, www.treadsandtrails.co.uk. I'm sure Kim will provide you with links to that as well. So thank you very much for your time. If you've got any further questions, then please either ask Kim or just drop us a line and we'll do our best to answer them. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. That was Hugh. I called him Steve. I'm terrible with names. There's too many Steves though involved in this seminar today. And what's really great with Treads and Trails is that they will develop a package for you and for the standard of the people that you've got there. So if you notice on the photographs I showed you, the mountain bikers weren't all youngsters. They were men in their 50s, and they would have a package that was right for them. And that's, I think, we're thinking imaginatively about tours and groups in the future. I think getting outdoors, getting active will actually play a much greater part in it in the future. So those are the 4 activity operators we had. We've got many, many more activity operators, and I think there's going to be a transition of working groups with activity operators and the other way around. So are there any questions that people would like to put forward to these? We did have one about Zip World and about the restrictions there, didn't we? Eleanor, you gave an answer that it's on the website, I think, didn't you?
Yes, all our restrictions are listed on the website. They are quite general, just with regards to just age restrictions, heights and weight. But I'm more than happy to send any information across to anyone that needs it.
So 7 is the minimum age, isn't it?
7 for Phoenix zip line, 5 for our Big Red, and 4 for our Phoenix Tower coaster.
A lot that, and there's no upper age limit.
Not at all. I think the oldest person we've had is 94, so really isn't any upper age limit at all.
If you're willing, you can do it.
Absolutely.
Has somebody got their hand up? I've got a hand showing here. Is there somebody put a hand up somewhere? We might all press hands and not know that we've done it. 94, rural concierge, 94, excellent. Anybody that's above 94 in this group, you can still go. We're going to get a 100-year-old on Zipwire soon. So thank you to those 3 great operators for putting their time into today. And I hope that people listening will get the ideas of including activities within your programs and get in touch with them, or get in touch with me and we can find other operators in the area that you could work with as well. So thank you, Zip World, UWC Atlantic Experience, Llandegfedd Lake and Treads and Trails.